Okay, today we're trying this brand, Red Chamber. I don't know if you have ever heard about this brand. I think this name, Red Chamber, is from the traditional Chinese novel, Red Chamber. I think that's where the inspiration, but I don't know if the actual product matches with that novel. I haven't read that one in years. But I have the most viral product from this brand. This brand is very viral on Xiaohongshu, the RedNote. And I think almost everything I got today is a viral product on RedNote. We have their multi-purpose highlighting palette. There's 3 types of balm highlight in here. And it looks very, very appealing on Xiaohongshu, this particular product. And we also have their lip and cheek product. I'm gonna put all of the name in the description box, but you know, the one look like this. Lip and cheek is a thing in this brand. There's a lot of lip and cheek products, and I think this is one of the newer products from them. It's basically a lipstick, but again, you can use it on your cheeks and lips. And this is what I'm wearing right now. This is supposedly a very, very hydrating, almost lip mask level of lip treatment kind of lipstick. And I do feel like it's very, very, very moisturizing. And we also have their multi-purpose balm, I guess. You could use this on your eyes, lips, and cheeks, and this is such a cult favorite from this brand. Most people know their brand, probably know them from this product, and they have so many shades in this range, maybe close to 100. Okay, they have discontinued a lot of it and bring back them sometimes, but in total they have a lot of these. And I bought the 2 that I found to be the most appealing, and I'm wearing them right now, of course. And we also have another recent release from them, which is their single eyeshadow. This one is supposedly kind of a dupe for the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadow. We'll find out, are they actually a dupe in this video. Yeah, that's what we're trying for today's video. Let's start with the actual demonstration. Okay, let's begin. By the way, if my lips look like the inner, the inner rim looks whitish, it's because it is. Because I love to eat dumplings and I love to eat very strong black vinegar with it. And this is just what the black vinegar do. It basically burns a layer of your lips off, but I can't quit. It's too good. But whatever, let's start. I already did my foundation with this cushion, and I think we should start with this thing. This is I think it's a multi-purpose highlighting palette. I'm gonna leave all of the product name down below so you could check what I actually used, because not all of the packaging has a proper English translation. This is basically a highlighting palette having a highlighting like concealer type of highlighting shade, which it does not give you glow, but it will enlighten your base. So like strobing, the opposite of contouring type of highlight. And there is a clear balm highlight. This is for the glow. And there is a shimmery balm highlight. So all of the cream type of highlight you would need is in this formula, in this palette. So let's do a swatch. And because it's cream, you kind of have to, they call it activize it, which I think is just warm it up with your skin temperature. The pinky is the clear one, so you barely can see it, and this one is obviously the concealer type of formulation. This is the shimmery one. and they are very, very smooth. And I'm thinking, how should I apply this? They do gift a bunch of tools, 2 sponges, a brush, or 3 sponges and a brush. And I already used this sponge for the foundation today, and it's a great sponge. It did soak up a good amount of product, but it did my base pretty nicely. This looks like a normal cushion puff, just on the thicker side. And this one I think is just the same as the other one. Let me warm this up with my finger and dot on my skin, and then blend with the sponge. Let's try that. This is normally the placement that I will go for highlight. Seems like it blends well with just a dry sponge. It looks dry probably because my skin is dry. I've been feeling so depressing recently, and the first thing you give up while you are depressed is to take shower. So I think I took shower just now in the past 3 days, which is definitely a little bit unusual for me. I took shower every day, so actually it's kind of refreshing. Extra refreshing to take a shower after 3 days. Yeah, I think it blends pretty nicely. Again, it looks a tiny little bit dry, so I think I want to dampen this sponge just a little bit. And this time, let me take a little bit of this product with the sponge. Yeah, I feel like this way, it's way less visible. This formulation is not my favorite because, again, it can be heavy. And it's probably picky with the method that you apply it. But it's not bad. It's not like super gross looking on the skin. It still works. Okay, let me put this aside for a little bit because I want to use the other 2 shades after the blush. For blush, technically we have 3 things, actually 4 things that we could use on as a blush, because most of the stuff from this brand is multi-purpose. So all of these are multi-purpose for your eyes, your lips, and your face. This is a lipstick shape type of thing, and it's a pretty dark color, right? This is also a lipstick type of thing, but it's a liquid, and it's also on the darker side of a shade. So I'm thinking to apply both of these on the outer perimeter of my cheeks, and I could layer these 2 on the inner part of my cheeks. That way we get to try all of the shade, right? This particular shade, I think is called Deep Talk, is the most popular shade among this whole line, and it's a pretty deep color before blending it. Let's apply this with my finger and then blend with the sponge. Or maybe I can just apply with my finger. It feels like very, very easy to blend. How does it look on the camera? I feel like it blends very, very well. Oh, immediately loving this. And it gives you this natural glow. It's not super glowy. And I feel like it's setting itself, like it has film firmer in it. This side of my face feel a little bit more sticky than this side. So that's a good sign, because we want a liquid product like this to settle down so it's not sticky. So let's layer a little bit more. Even though this is a very dark shade, because how blendable it is, it doesn't look too much even though you apply more than you usually does. Yeah, love this shade. And the other side, this one. This stick is actually way more expensive than this thing. It's almost 3 times of the price, which I wonder why. Pretty nice as well. Just take this with my finger and blend with my finger. By the way, Does any of you interested in Switch games? And did any of you put a pre-order with Nintendo? I did. And I particularly choose the international version of it because I feel like I want to still continue my little channel for the games. If you don't know, I do have a little channel with games, but I haven't updated any videos on that for like probably over a year. But I do want to do a comparison video once I got the new Switch 2, which still I don't know if I would be able to get it since it's a lottery order. I have heard that not so many people in Japan has ordered the international version of the Switch 2, so I have high hope that I'm gonna get one. Even though I have no games that I want to play in that Nintendo Direct. Did any of you have anything you are interested? I know this part is irrelevant to this video, so feel free to jump to the next part, okay? But does anybody have anything you're interested in the Nintendo Direct? Because the Mario Kart, I am not interested. The only Mario game that I ever interested is the original of the original. And I also have no interest to the other like epic looking games and whatever blood, you know, that type of thing, like a gothic dark looking theme type of game. I like calming games, which I guess they have a couple, but none of those are very interesting looking. But I am interested in how Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom look on the new Nintendo Switch, because I do feel like it could be better with the current compared to the current Switch OLED. And I also bought Xenoblade 3, I think, but I think the frame rate is really bad on the Switch I currently have, so I'm also interested how that game would look on the new Switch. Other than that, I'm just super disappointed that there is no new Animal Crossing. I heard people say that the new Animal Crossing probably will come out in 2027, but I'm like gonna be 37 years old in 2027. Can it be a little sooner? It feels insane to wait until you're 37 to play a new Animal Crossing game. I don't know. I hope at least this year we will get an announcement, because when I was playing the Animal Crossing, I feel like there could be so much more done to that game. I feel like that game is pretty much 90% just a decoration name. There's not much interaction you could do with other people other than you visiting their islands or vice versa. I feel like you could very well build a community out of a game like that, and you could have way more things to do with that game. So I'm super interested. And also I think, if I'm not remembering wrong, they announced a new Zelda game as well, right? It's coming out in 2027. I don't know. I sometimes watch Iona's live stream, and I heard she said maybe from past Nintendo behaviors, they might announce Animal Crossing in the holiday season, like around Christmas this year. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, this is a very irrelevant talk. I aware of that. So, you know, here we go back to the makeup. While I was rambling about irrelevant things, I think this side of my cheek settled pretty well, right? It's probably almost 5 minutes. And compared to this side is so much more sticky. This side is the lipstick looking one. like it would eventually come off, but it's still gonna stuck there for a couple seconds. And this is a very thick tissue paper, so normally it should fall off right away. And this side, you can see it, it's like almost immediately. So that's the level of difference for the stickiness. This is visibly more sticky. Like, can you tell my cheek is like trying to leave with my hand? I feel like I will prefer this formula just for that. We still have a multi-purpose color balm. Again, the name is gonna be in the description box. And we have these two shades. I think this Chumei shade is the one of the most iconic or popular shade in this range. And this is more of a contouring, less saturated. Sorry for the messy swatch, but this is the Chumei shade and this is Yiner. You can see the shade is very different. And let's put this shade on this side. Whoa, it's very pigmented. And right away I can tell this one is not sticky as well. And you can see it has this slight glow to it that's very pretty. Yeah, I like this glow. It's way glowier than the previous one we tried. And I feel like it's more glowy than this formula as well. And this one supposedly should be a very moisturizing serum-y type of texture, which I don't think it is. It's pretty thick actually. They had a lot of videos on their official account on RedNote showing how hydrating this is. So if you have a lot of dead skin, if you apply this, the dead skin should fall off naturally. That's how they showed on their account. But this doesn't feel like it. I guess we'll see. And I think I should just go back to finger. It feels like it's a finger type of formula. Yeah, it blends well. And I low-key feel like after applying this side is less sticky. So that's a good thing. Let's test the stickiness with this same tissue paper again. Like it's almost, I feel like this is even better than the other one, right? Like it's not sticking at all. Oh, it's still, I guess this one is still affecting the formulation. Like but it feels a little bit better. Okay, now let's try the eyeshadow. This one is also very popular on RedNote. And apparently this is the limited edition packaging. The normal one don't have this sticker on top. It's just a plain packaging, something like this. But it looks cute with this sticker. It represents a gemstone, I think, even though I don't know what these are, but they look pretty. And I have two shades. This is CP001, a deeper, cooler toned shade, and the shade CP301, which is like a pinkier shade. This is more of a cream to powder, but almost just powder. It feels creamy, but it basically is a powder. It's like a harder formula compared to the Super Shock eyeshadow from ColourPop, and these are the two shades, very neutral. I think this would be good for olive skin tone, even if you are a cool olive. They both look pretty nice. And let's try this pink shade first. I feel like it's not like it doesn't work. It works, it's just a very light wash. Because the cream to powder formulation, it's hard to pick up products with just a brush. Well, with a finger it's not like instantly more pigmentation either. I think it's a very nice neutral or cool toned pinky shade, a dusty pink. Normally a dusty pink likely would make my complexion look almost dirty for some reason, especially if the shade comes from a Western brand for some reason. I feel like Western brand just make with the Western people's skin tone in mind, so it's not suitable for Asian skin tone. But Asian brand usually does this type of shade well suitable for Asian skin tone, so it's just hard to pick up a lot of product on your finger. Very densely packed, but you can tell it's still a very sparingly type of finish when it comes to the glitteriness. And this one, for some reason, feel less of a cream, more of a powder, and they also swatch stronger. So I feel like they might have different formulation for different shade. I can't see the glitter though. Let's try the brush since this is a more powdery formula. Yeah, I feel like with this shade, a brush is a little bit better. What do you think? I feel like this is instantly more color. I guess you have to try a different method with a different shade when it comes to this formula. And let's match the two sides. So a bit more of this shade on the other eye, like around the perimeter of the color we put down. I'm actually interested in one of the other shade. Apparently that shade is a pure glitter. There's no base shade, and that one is way more sparkly than these two. You know, with all that layer, I still don't think my eyes look very, very glittery. So it really is just a pretty faint sheer type of formulation. The eyes are done. We are moving back actually to this compact because we have two highlighters to try. Let's do this clear balm on top of this already set foundation actually, but I didn't set it too well, so, and it seems like it's not disturbing the base underneath. Basically turn it back to when I did not set my face. So I would say the same level of doing this as the balm blush, but it's nice because it's not disturbing the foundation. The shimmery one is more thick, a thicker of a texture. Oh, instantly I think you could tell it has more of a shimmery finish rather than the pure dewiness on this side. But it's not too shimmery because sometimes even if I'm using a cream highlight, it sometimes can be still too shimmery. It almost looks powdery, but this one is not. It just looks stronger than just a clear balm. Okay, I like these two shades. There's not too much that you can say about a product like this. The finish you like and it's not sticky, then what else can you ask for? And we are retrying all four of the formulations we put on our cheeks. And we also have two brushes. They gave two brushes. One is a brush, a traditional brush. It's just very dense, and the other is a silicone tip. I'm thinking I could use thicker formulas with this and more looser formula with this. So this balm with this brush probably. And let's just do this. It took a good amount. It feels very comfortable to use on the lips. Oh, I didn't expect this shade to be this strong on the lips. It's low-key stronger than how it looks on the cheeks. I think I probably prefer to still use this shade on the cheeks rather than on the lips. Don't know if this is my type of shade, but let me blot it for a little bit. Maybe I just applied too much. Yeah, I think I like this way a little bit more. I think I just took too much of the product. Okay, the cooler toned shade. And I'm taking a little bit less. Oh, this one is way more nudie. So I think I could apply more. Low-key made me look at you. I think this is a shade that you need to pair with the right makeup. It's not very forgiving when it comes to combination of other colors. I think the other parts are just such like a clean girl vibes, and this is very grungy, so it's not blending together very well. But you know, only seeing the lip shade, I think it doesn't look bad. It's a nice shade, and these are pretty comfortable on the lips. Wouldn't say they are all like super hydrating or what. It's not. It's not drying, and it's a satiny type of finish. So I think it should be more forgiving for your lips. Let's try this one. I don't know if we need a tool for this because it has a applicator. Why does it look so orange on my lips? It doesn't look like this on my skin. And this reminds me of a Chanel lip formula. I don't know if any of you have used that formula. It's a liquid just as this one, and it's a liquid at first, and it does dry down a little bit, and the formulation is a little bit silicone-y. This feels exactly like that formulation, so if you like something like that, I think this could be your thing. On the cheeks, it's low-key leaving a little bit of glow, but on the lips, it's drying down. And I think that's probably why it's not feeling sticky on the cheeks, because it does dry down. I think you saw how it applied first. You can see a tiny little bit of shine. But once you blend it out, it becomes this satiny shade. And the last one being just the normal stick type. It only has a very faint smell, and this is way more hydrating than the other ones, and you can see more shine on the lips. Not sure does this, you know, match the way they showed on their official website, you know, all of the dry skin coming off. I don't know about that. It's a pretty thick formula on the hydrating side, but not like a lip mask type of hydrating. And this is a thin layer actually. Let's layer a little bit more. It's very, very smooth on the lips though. It's not tugging my lips at all. I feel like it's, after some layering, it definitely starting to feel like a lip mask. And it looks very glossy. Again, I don't know if this is the right lip color for this makeup, but let's just stop there because I don't think my lips can take it more after all that black vinegar and all that swatch. And now let's try the balm highlight. I feel like they are still pretty sticky, to be honest. Yeah. It's very sticky. Yeah. It's making my cheeks more sticky than the blushes, any of the blushes. Well, that's such a bummer because I had high hope for the formula. Okay, that's everything. Let's do a roundup, a quick roundup. I don't know if I can say this lives up to the hype on RedNote, because again, this one I feel like it's a little bit heavy, a tiny little bit, and these two are sticky, but the finish is nice, so I still think I could very much use this happily. It's not as perfect as I thought it would be, and I don't even think I have the most high standard for this type of product. All I'm asking for is not sticky and doesn't look heavy, right? So again, I don't think it's the worst at all. There's plenty of worse like products out there that's worse than this. But yeah, just not my favorite probably. This lippy, I really liked this one. As I showed you, it's settling down on your cheeks very fast actually, and it's not sticky, and the color blends well on your cheeks as well. And I imagine this one would look very nice on the eyes as well. I didn't show it today because I don't want to not be able to show the true color of these two eyeshadows, you know. But again, because of the formula being, you know, including film firmer and does settle down, I think this is a very versatile formulation. This multi-purpose balm, I just feel like it's purely for the lips because it doesn't feel that much different than a normal hydrating high, you know, glossiness type of lipstick. It doesn't feel much different than just that. I just feel like they probably tested on both lip and cheeks and it's safe to use. So they labeled it that way because it's a thing in this brand that they do a lot of multi-purpose products. So they might just want to make this thing consistent with a lot of their other stuff. And I'm gonna say something not very nice because I almost feel like that's a way you can mark up a product to say that it could do more, when a normal lipstick like this could do the same thing. It's just if they are not testing for the cheeks, they technically could not say it's for the cheeks, you know what I mean? I actually really like it on the lips, like a thick layer. But the thing is, this color is not very versatile to pair with every kind of makeup, right? I ordered this shade is because, first of all, a lot of C Beauty makeup tend to be lighter than you thought, so I thought getting a darker shade could make it have a higher chance to be suitable for my skin, because I'm apparently considered dark in the C Beauty standard, skin tone standard, you know. So I guess partially it's on me to choose a shade so dark. Probably a more nudie or at least lighter tone could be better, but I don't think I would repurchase another shade from this range because, again, it's nothing too new as a lippy and it's too sticky on the face, and this is the most expensive thing in today's video other than this palette. You know, you would think this one would definitely be more expensive than this one, but they're mostly almost the same price, and this one almost costs 3 times than this one, right? So I think I don't want to pay more for this formula. This formula, I think, other than this one I just showed, this is my second favorite. It's not sticky at all, and it's very pigmented, and I think this formula you can use on your eyes as well. It's very thin and it's easy to blend, and the finish is not very glowy. It looks like it can be very glowy, but it's actually not. It's just a nice natural finish. I really like the eyeshadow. Think if I would be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed actually, because all of the photos, official photos, and the reviews that I have seen online, nobody mentioned that this is a sheer formula. I have nothing against a sheer eyeshadow. That's my favorite thing to use actually, but this is the formulation combined to it to be this sheer, just not something that I really like. Because if you want to be sheer, you have to be easy to take the right amount of product, if that makes sense. It's like if it's already sheer, it's hard to build color. On top of that, it's super densely packed. It's you have to try a little bit more to take enough product. It's just feel like too much effort for a sheer eyeshadow, you know what I mean? So in that way, I way prefer a lot of Japanese sheer eyeshadows because they are easy to take from the pan. It's on the looser pressed side of an eyeshadow. Because a lot of people use sheer eyeshadows are looking for a quick makeup routine, right? They want to be quick and natural. Trying this hard to build a sheer eyeshadow look just feels weird. In my book, at least. So yeah, it's not bad. I like today's eyeshadow, but I would just prefer some other type of formulations, like the Cezanne Pale Tone eyeshadow quad. Those are very sheer as well, but it's easy to take the product with your applicator or with your finger. So yeah, unfortunately not my favorite. And that's it for today. I actually wanted to try this brand for such a long time, and today I finally tried it. Even though I think half of the product I found something that I don't like about them. But I still feel like overall this brand is a very cohesive brand and it's worth trying if you can find a product that fits in your own makeup routine. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.